Good morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. She's over there checking it out. Eats a salad, making sure there's no wild ground squirrels gonna try and eat me. You know, doing her thing. And I'm in here in garden too, because today is the day. Dun dun dun. We're gonna harvest potatoes. You can see there's no more blooms on them. They've all bloomed out. I think there's one bloom way over there in the far corner. There he is. I have one bloom left. Okay, that's not enough to wait. And over the next couple of days, hopefully starting tomorrow, keep your fingers crossed, we're going to have some rain. Which would be nice. It'll drop that temperature back down because it's been crazy high. It's supposed to get high today. We're supposed to have like 87 for a high, and the humidity and the heat index, it's supposed to be like 107. It's supposed to be crazy hot. So we're out here this morning. We're going to do the potatoes. That way, if it does rain over the next couple of days, I don't end up with potato rot from them sitting in the ground too long. Again, the blooms are done. They're spent. It's time to dig up potatoes. From there, depending upon how hot it is or is not, I've got the last of the compost that I will go ahead and spread out over here where the potatoes were, and then on over into like in between the nostrums and the green beans, and I'll just kind of fill that compost up in here. Again, anything that I can cover with black plastic, I will cover with black plastic, not killing the flowers that I've put in here, or the kales that have decided to come up. I don't know why they're coming up, 3 months later. You know, why they took so long to germinate, no idea, but they're coming up. Anyway, let's not kill stuff, but add all the compost in here and get it ready for me to plant the garlic in September, which is why the last of the compost goes in here. Anyway, that's the plan. We'll see what the sun lets me do. And with that, Miss Panda and I, and she's still over there at the grass, we'll talk to you later. So Miss Panda is really interested in me digging up potatoes. I know. Mama's talking to the peoples, huh? So what I did is this is the first batch. And you can see that he's got potatoes on him. He did well. You know, some of them are small, that's okay. Some of them are, you know, nice sized. You know, I didn't expect to get anything huge in here. But I got little baby potatoes and big potatoes, and Panda's like, Mom, what is that? It's a potato. No, you can't eat a potato. Not yet. So, potato. You can't eat the potatoes, not yet. I know. City girl. You know, for those people who hang out, yes, Miss Panda loves to be Mama's helper. Again, great potatoes. You know. Now I'll shake all the, oh, see? There's another baby potato. Now I'll end up shaking all the soil off the roots here. Makes sense? And then going through all of it to include the pile where it came from. Because there's the potato mass. There's what's left of the roots. Does that make sense? Now I will go through, again, all the soil right here in this stack. So I can see if there's any potatoes that didn't actually come up when I pulled up the roots. And there's one. Does that make sense? Because that's what they'll do. And guess what? There's another. I'll just kind of go through it all and, you know, dig up potatoes. Oh, there's, I can feel, oh, that might be part of my, yep, that's a piece of log from the hugelkultur that I originally put in here. All right, but as you can see, that was one potato plant. Hey, look out, Panda. There you go, I got a bucket full of potatoes. I know, Panda's Mama's helper. I know, she went to help Mama, huh? She went to help Mama dig up all the potatoes. I know, such a good girl, I know. It's your Mama's helper, huh? Yes, she is. She is, I know. All right, so I'm gonna finish filming, or be done filming for a little while, and that way I can me and Panda can dig up potatoes. All right, y'all have an awesome day. I'm gonna take care of the potato patch. All right, that's all the green leafy potato matter. It's gonna go to the compost pile. And there's my bucket. And it's full of potatoes. Yay! And here are one of the reasons why when it's time to harvest, you gotta harvest. One, you wait too late, they start growing, or they rot. You gotta be careful with that. But if you leave them in the ground too long, you end up with a critter issue. So, believe it or not, all the potatoes, this is the only one that has an issue. So to only lose one potato out of an entire bucket is awesome. You know? Now, yeah, I've still gotta clean them. Potatoes, you don't actually wash them like you do, say, strawberries or any of the other stuff out of the garden. You want to leave a small layer of dirt on them. It actually helps them store better. So they'll get wiped off with like a damp paper towel just so there's, how do I say this? So like that one there, he's got a lot of dirt on him, you know? So they should look about like this one. He's got some dirt on him, but he's not covered in dirt, you know? But that helps them cure better. That one's got some dirt I need to take off. But yeah, life is awesome. So, dun dun dun. There's my patch now that's empty. You can see I got my buckwheat there. Again, that was I don't want to say that was a trial. So far it's doing well. It'll stay right where it is. I got the mini kales that are coming up 3 months after they were planted. And then you go on over to the nostrums and the second patch of green beans. So anyway, where the potatoes were, I'm going to go get a bunch of compost and just lay some compost on it. And that's just in prep for the garlic that's going to go here in September. You can tell I adjusted this hose a little so the kale can have a little more water. Maybe I'll have some fall kale, you know. And then I'll continue to add compost because it's just the little that's left on the far side. And it's this year's compost, and I will just, again, fill this kind of bed end to end with it. And that way I can start prepping, not next year, but the year after that's compost. I have 2 piles going at any time. That way I can stop. The potato leaves here will be the last thing that goes in this year's pile. And it'll get black plastic on it, and I won't touch it again. And I will start putting matter in the area that I'm getting ready to empty in here. So, anyway, let me get busy while I still got shade. Panda's found her spot. She's supervising, making sure I'm doing right, you know. And Panda and I will talk to you later. Alrighty. Here we are at the compost pile. So what it is I've got 2 piles. This is the pile that I've been using on the garden. Does that make sense? And this is the pile that I've been adding stuff to. And literally today should be the last day that I add anything to the left side. And it's the day that I will empty the right side, because what's left under the plastic there will actually go where the garlic is going to go. It's getting its prep for, you know, for September planting. We're just at the beginning of August. That way I can put it over there. I can put some plastic on it, make sure that I don't have any weeds or stuff growing for 6 weeks. That will also allow this area to start composting down. Now from there, and I'll do a video on it, I will add some more logs to the bottom of this because I believe in the hugelkultur. Sticks and branches help that stuff break down. And then, you know, house scraps. I do not put meat in my compost piles. I do put eggshells though. And then it's all organic matter. The weeds that are sitting here trying to grow from where I've already pulled stuff out, yep, those are going to get laid in the bottom too. Grass clippings, leaves, you know, just anything that is organic. If it gets picked or planted or harvested or cut down or whatever, it goes in this compost pile. Because me by myself, I don't create enough kitchen scraps for a pile that big. It's 3 foot wide, 4 foot long, you know. And you can see even here on the leaves where it's already packing down on its own, making compost. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. Like I said, I'm going to empty the right side today, which means I will stop putting stuff in the left side, you know, and that way it will be ready for next year's garden. All right, talk to you in a few. So the supervisor says we're done. She's hot, she wants to play in the hose and just be out of the garden. And being that you can see that I'm about to lose my son here at the compost pile, I kind of agree with her. All the compost is in place. You can see it there. It just, looks like dirt and sticks and rocks and, not rocks, sorry, but dirt and sticks and twigs and pieces of bark and, but it's all in place, whole bucket load. Move the plastic to this side. I thought about it last year, and I know I need to do it again this year. I actually need to buy a larger piece of plastics that will go left to right, not just cover the center portion. While I still have a log there sticking up and a log there sticking up, I think I will get better, quicker compost. I don't turn my compost, but those of you who've been on the channel and have watched how dark my soil here comes out, I don't need to turn it, but it does take a while. You got to have lots of organic matter. It gets lots of organic matter. If it's green and I harvest it here on the property, it hits the compost pile. And anything that didn't compost down, sticks, twigs, whatever, goes to the top of that pile, so it'll sit there for another year, and it will over time compost down. So, but we're ready. That one's covered. I will not add anything else to it. From this point on, I start filling this compost. Now before I can fill it, I need to do what I'm going to do with it. I need to line the bottom with logs again. I will use the rot logs here on the right hand side that have started to rotten, and then reinforce this wall. Yeah, and compost. And with that, I'm going to go get Panda, let her play in the hose, and go in the house, take a shower, and just be done for the day. I don't know if I've showed them to you, but all of my naked ladies are in bloom. You can barely see them over here, and the butterflies are just in heaven. And the butterfly bushes are in bloom, and it's pretty much my view out my kitchen window. The yellow is oxeye daisies, the orange is butterfly weed, the pink is the naked ladies, and the purples are the butterfly bush. So, that's the view I'm going to leave you all with today. Have a good one.